Hi guys, Dave here. Dave's LFC Chats. I've got the legend again. He's back. He's on a hat trick. Chris Pajak, Redmen TV. Welcome, Chris. I'm sorry for annoying you, my friend, but it's
Don't worry.
morning.
Don't you worry about it, mate. I get out of bed to talk about Liverpool every day. Never mind Saturdays only. Like, you know what I mean? It's what it's about, isn't it? It doesn't get any better than this.
I have to get out of bed anyway. I've got an 8-year-old, you know. I can't stay in bed on a Saturday morning, my friend.
Same, mate. I've got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, so there's no chance.
Exactly. Okay, well, we'll keep this short and sweet because, as I know, these are unbelievably busy. So, international break. Liverpool, the last game we played was unbelievable. The 3-1 win against City.
3-1, was it? Yeah. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Against who?
Sorry, 3-0. Manchester City. 3-0. Sorry, what am I talking about? Am I right here?
No, it was 3-1.
It was 3-1, sorry. I must be like you're living in a different world because that result, that win, you're but that win, I seen you outside Anfield. I wasn't at the game. You were at the game, obviously. What do you think of that win? Well, that was unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yeah, mate. I mean, it was just, you know, as soon as the game started, as soon as Fabinho shifted that ball and the whole ground goes, shoot, and then everyone's really like, he's not really going to shoot, is he? He's not really going to shoot. And then he does, and you're like, oh my days. And that went in, and Anfield erupted, and I was like, yeah, we're probably going to walk this one. And then you go 3-0 up, and you're like, oh my days, we're embarrassing them here. Because there's one thing, isn't there, to go and squeak past the side, or another way to put it. There's one thing to go and win it 5-0 against the side who've had a man sent off. This is Liverpool, who played Manchester City at their own game, who knew how Manchester City were going to play against us, and who used everything that they did for their advantage, for our advantage, and we absolutely destroyed them. They might have had all the ball, they might have had more possession, but the fact is, we knew that was going to be the case, and we hit them, and we were clinical, and we were lethal, and we limited them to loads of sort of crap shots for the best part, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
that's what we wanted, and we ate it up all day. And Trent was brilliant, and the back line, Lovren was brilliant, Fabinho was a monster, as he always seems to be, and that's the difference. We never had Fabinho last season against them, did we?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And when he came on late in the last game against them last season, we changed the game and we started getting back into it. But since Fabinho's been a starter, Dave, he hasn't lost the Premier League game, you know.
I know that. Yeah, it's an unbelievable stat. What can you say about Fabinho? The big thing for me, though, psychologically, I think it was a huge win for the very fact that, yeah, as you say, we didn't beat them last year, and I think ultimately, when you're playing your rivals, psychologically, mentality monsters, I think was huge, Chris, because we didn't do it last year, and ultimately it cost us, I think, in the end.
Yeah, I think loads of people will talk about Leicester, we'll talk about Everton, we'll talk about Manchester United. Yeah. For me, it was the head-to-heads. Yeah. I mean, if you want to go and beat someone to a league title, you've got to take points off them. And we didn't take enough points off them. They took enough points off us ultimately, didn't they? You know, they beat us and we drew with them.
Yeah.
For me, that's where it boils down.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's what it boils down to for me. I think, you know, Jürgen might have been a little bit conservative in some games towards the back end of the season because he expected Manchester City to drop points. They didn't drop points. We didn't drop points, really, while we went to a Champions League final as well. I think, you know, I was speaking to somebody last week and they said, I was on radio with someone and they went, you know, Liverpool bottled the league. I was like, you don't bottle the league with 97 points, boys. It's just not happening. One was slightly better than the other, but don't forget, we were still going to a Champions League final while you were playing Mickey Mouse games in the FA Cup against third division teams. You know what I mean? So we didn't bottle anything. We lost the league by a point. Someone was better than us, and that's the way it was. And right now, Liverpool are looking like they're building on that failure from last season, like they did the year before. When we got to Kiev, we built on that, and we went and won the bloody thing the next year. Right now, Liverpool have lost in the last game of the season, the Premier League title, and we've started like we're not going to lose it this year.
It's early. I keep saying it. I was with you in October over in your show on the morning. Thanks very much for that, by the way. That was unbelievable. And actually, for people that don't know, the work that these guys put in, I swear to God, I didn't realise there was so much. I don't even think you had a cup of tea. You know what I mean?
Oh, I did. I definitely did. I don't start my day without them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so much work behind the scenes where people wouldn't see it. You know, they think it's a video, you know, and you edit it and you post it, but there's so much more goes on at Redmen TV. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a genuine sort of small media company now.
Yeah.
You know, there's 5 full-time jobs in Liverpool from it, and we don't stop. You know, we work long hours, good hours. Wouldn't never ever going to complain about it. You know what I mean? Because we're doing something that we love ultimately. But there is a lot of work that goes into it. There is, yeah.
Yeah, and you got your deserved the Northwest Football Awards 3 in a row. Is that right?
3 in a row, and I managed to get up on stage and give it the old shouting at the crowd thing, because it was the day after the City game and it was in Manchester, so there was loads of people like from Manchester City there, from the club and all that type of stuff. So I get on the stage, I'm like, three, screaming, and
I seen that.
yeah, I was like, fuck them.
Oh my god, that was brilliant.
It was enjoyable.
In Manchester.
In Manchester, in Old Trafford cricket ground rather than the football ground, like. So yeah,
good in the football ground, wouldn't
it? Last time I went to an awards ceremony in Old Trafford footy ground, we ended up singing "You'll Never Walk Alone" at the end, and Mark Goldbridge was there and stormed out into the live video from outside. They're singing "You'll Never Walk Alone" in the Sir Alex Ferguson suite.
Yeah.
So it was the Liverpool fans were singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," and the Man City fans were singing "Blue Moon," and the Manx just walked out of there.
Oh, I tell you, that's classic. That's gold, isn't it? That's gold. Yeah, that's YouTube gold. Just before you go as well, Chris, what do you think of the Sterling Gomez thing at England? What the hell was going on there?
I mean, look, I'm from Liverpool, but I think Liverpool fans from around the world get the Scouse not English thing.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, for me, we've been spoken about so negatively over my lifetime. And before, and I can't quote on anything that happened before, but you can understand it. And I think, you know, you're from Ireland, you probably understand it just as well as I do. And you go and you see someone who does that on England international duty, and the day after it happens, Man City fans are crawling out the woodwork on Twitter saying it's Gomez's fault. It's banter gone out of hand. And I got into an argument with someone like, it's not banter gone out of hand. From everything that I've seen, the facts are that Joe Gomez did nothing wrong. Sterling scratched him, tried to start a little bit of a fight. Joe Gomez didn't do anything. You are putting your club bias on a spin on something that you weren't in the room for, and you are trying to back him up. And it's a dangerous game, because Liverpool fans have done this in the last few years, where we've got into backing our player over something that we really probably shouldn't have backed our player over. Luis Suarez incidents, right? And it's a dangerous game, and I think in the moment, it's very easy to get yourself lost in club bias. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes out a few days later and Joe Gomez is coming on and there's England fans booing him there, that's an absolute disgrace. Because Raheem Sterling even had to put on Instagram, it was not Joe Gomez's fault, it was my fault. I own that stuff. And he stood up to it. And fair play to him to putting that stuff out on Twitter and Instagram again. He lost his cool. And Joe Gomez is a quiet lad. And he'll be absolutely gutted that those fans have been booing him. It shows the bias against Liverpool everywhere around the world, to be honest.
Yeah, hopefully we've moved on from that anyway. You know, that'd be the best thing to do, wouldn't it? I know most fans won't move on. City fans. But Liverpool, I was looking at Liverpool's fixtures this side of Christmas. I would say they're handy, but they're a lot handier than City's. I know we have congestion in there with the this Aston Villa game that we're going to be playing in the League Cup. We just got to navigate through, don't we?
Absolutely. I mean, the fixtures are always going to be tough, aren't they? I think at the end of the day, everybody knows that. But Manchester City's fixtures are tougher. And I think that's if you looked at them, they've got a
that's what I'm saying. They've much tougher than us. Yeah.
So I've got something in front of me now. Like, it's that, you know, that mini table between the top 7 teams. Yeah. So Liverpool have played 6, won 5, drawn 1. We top the table with 16 points. Manchester United are second with 8 points. Right? They've played 4, won 2, drawn 2. Leicester have played 5, won 2, drawn 1, lost 2. Tottenham have played 4, drawn 2, lost 2. Arsenal have played 4, drawn 2, lost 2. City have only played 2 of the big 7 so far, 1 draw, 1 loss. and Chelsea have played 3 times, 1 draw, 2 losses. So Liverpool, Manchester United and Leicester are the only teams out of the top 7 that have won games against the other top 7. Manchester City have got 1 point out of their 2 games. We've got 16 points out of 6. They've got a tough run coming up. Liverpool are the team in form, and Liverpool are the team that everyone needs to go out there and stop, and I'm not sure anyone can stop them, Dave.
I'm hoping you're right. I'm confident, but I'm not overly confident, because it's been 30 years, Chris. So every time I'm confident, I'm quietly confident. Let's put it that way.
I can't be quietly confident now. I'm just confident at the moment. And listen, I know there's a long way to go. I do. I recognise that. But from what I've seen from the first part of the season, Liverpool are the best side in the league. And I think you could ask any fan up and down the country and they'll tell you exactly the same. So that doesn't say that we're going to go on and win it. What I am saying is a third of the season through, we're comfortably the best side in this league. Will it be that way for the rest of the season? I bloody hope so, but I don't know.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We'll leave it on that because you're a busy man. It's Saturday morning. It's great talking to you, Chris. It was great meeting you over in Liverpool. Hope to do it again, actually, sometime.
Absolutely. Doors always open, mate.
And I shall talk to you soon, my friend. You'll never walk alone.
Never walk alone.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.